Indian Institute of Packaging, that's Dr. Tanveer Alam. उसकी जो expertise है, इसकी he has expertise that is food packaging, packaging design, sustainable packaging. तो this is all is area actually जिस पे डॉक्टर तनवीर आलम की स्पेशलाइजेशन है. तो बहुत सारा काम उन्होंने किया है पैकेजिंग में. एंड इन फैक्ट देयर आर 4 रीजनल ऑफिसेज एज वेल, रीजनल सेंटर्स भी है आईआईपी के. ऑल द हेड ऑफिस इज लोकेटेड इन मुंबई. देन वी हैव सेंट्रल सेंटर ऑफ दिस आईआईपी एट दिल्ली इटसेल्फ, कोलकाता इटसेल्फ, चेन्नई इटसेल्फ एंड देन हैदराबाद इटसेल्फ. सो जो भी आप लोगों को, स्पेशली आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग द पार्टिसिपेंट्स, अगर आपको, बिकॉज पैकेजिंग इज अ बिग कंसर्न. ऑन अ फ्रैंक नोट, अगर हमारी फूड इंडस्ट्री, एप्पल इंडस्ट्री कहीं पर स्ट्रगल कर रही है, दैट्स एट द पैकेजिंग एस्पेक्ट. सो बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस हैं, बहुत सारे इश्यूज हैं जो कि वी नीड टू एड्रेस, जिस पे हमें ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूट जैसे आईआईपी जैसे इंस्टीट्यूट की जरूरत बहुत पड़ेगी. वी नीड देयर इंटरवेंशंस, वी नीड देयर गाइडेंस इफ वी रियली वांट टू बूस्ट ओवर दिस फ्रूट एंड वेजिटेबल इंडस्ट्री इन जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. तो एज ऑलवेज वी नो दैट वी हैव क्रॉप्स, जैसे कि वी हैव मोनोपोली इन क्रॉप्स. एप्पल में मोनोपोली है, वॉलनट में मोनोपोली है, सैफरन में मोनोपोली है. सो बट अगेन आवर प्रोड्यूस इज नॉट बीइंग एक्सपोर्ट लेवल पे भी हमारे दिक्कत आ रही है, इवन नेशनल मार्केट में भी. दैट्स ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ वन ऑफ द मेजर रीजन इज दैट पैकेजिंग, हमारी पैकेजिंग प्रॉपर नहीं है. सो विदाउट टेकिंग मच टाइम, आई रिक्वेस्ट डॉक्टर तनवीर आलम प्लीज डिलीवर लेक्चर ऑन दिस.
Thank you, Dr. Jameer Ahmed, and thanks to the SKIIE University of Agricultural Sciences, Kashmir, the Honorable Vice Chancellor. He has given this opportunity once again to me after 1 year. Again, I'm here amongst all of you. And the Kashmir is very close my heart. I would like to share, this is my 6th visit, professional visit, official visit to the Indian Institute of Packaging, to the Srinagar. And 4 times I visited Leh. You believe that how much we want to help to the people of the Kashmir and this region. And all you remember, last year in the same hall we have signed a MOU with SKIIE Kashmir University of Agricultural Sciences and Technology. And you know, still we have not come out the pandemic situation, but in spite of that, we are closely working. Not only in not only in the agriculture sector for the Kashmir Indian Institute of Packaging is working. We are very closely working. Another livelihood is the handicraft and handloom segment of Kashmir. We have given biggest, I hope all the entrepreneurs, the academic and the industry people are here. All you agree with me where you are lacking. We know the lot of the basic and applied technology of the packaging. Where you are lacking, where the intervention is required in the field of the packaging. We need to have our own packaging industry, sustainable packaging industry, where we can, you know, logistic cost is bigger cost. More than 15%, around 14 to 15% cost involved in the logistic. And when we talk about the packaging is integral part of this logistic. Without packaging, suitable, affordable packaging, this logistic supply chain is not possible at all. Or you remember that during the first pandemic, the second amendment government has given was the packaging. They have allowed, they have permitted food and pharmaceutical industry to run. Am I right? But immediately we have approached to the ministry. This supply chain, drug and medicines and food cannot be reached out the ultimate user without the packaging. Then they have permitted, the first amendment they have done is the permission to run the packaging industry in the country. Without their support, this whole logistic and supply chain was not possible at all. say, where we are lacking, we should have our own packaging industry. This mission for me, when I have given my input to the this government of India, especially this the policy, what intervention is required for the country, and especially for the places we have given, they should be their own industry where the packaging is not there. You have a packaging industry, food industry. Is it possible the food industry will run without the packaging? Not at all. I have given my input to the Niti Aayog. Where the food park, where the food clusters are there, they should be, priority also should be given to the packaging industry. Because the packaging logistic cost is very much, 10%, more than 10%. If we enable, my view is that, I'm not talking in a bookish knowledge, all available in the different sources you can, but I will talk where we have to work together. Where industry, academia work together, so we can give the solution to the packaging industry. First work we have done is the optimization of the packaging. You have experience. We are using either no packaging, substandard packaging, the packaging which is not fulfilling the compliances. We are packaging, wrapping. Packaging means wrapping, we understand. We are not given the importance, due importance to the packaging. During the packaging, I have organized 28 workshops to make aware to the packaging industry. That was the toughest time for me and for the nation. I traveled 28 states. And small workshop we have organized all 28 states, still 10 more states I have to cover it in recent time. Especially targeting agriculture commodities, handloom and handicraft packaging, because these are the important source of livelihood and employability. Then we have identified what are the priority products are there, whether in food items, whether in the handicraft and handloom items. We have identified 40 items of different pan-India. Among them, 1 or 2 products of the Kashmir and Leh we have identified. Carpet is one of the area product we have identified where we need to have a packaging intervention. Therefore, we have given a concept, there should be a common facility center in Kashmir, Srinagar, where the handicraft and handloom industry artisans come at the place where they can give customized packaging. The problem is there. If everything is business, we are here to improve the entrepreneurship. All you came from the MSME. We have given again plan to the Ministry of MSME. Where there is no packaging industry, especially northeast state, Kashmir and Leh Ladakh, there should be at least one district or cluster-based industry, there should be one common facility center. Because this handicraft and handloom and food items are various in nature, their SKUs are varied. From product, there are the ethnic foods, there are the processed food, fresh food items, and each and every product has different nature, their requirement, their shelf life, and of course, the transportation natures are different. Their hazards nature, their stress nature during the transportations are different. We have to simulate. So we have a localized center where you can get the customized packaging solutions. You have a produce of Kashmir, horticulture produce. Their phytosanitary requirements, infestation of bacteria and yeasts are different. Am I right? Milk producing in the Kashmir having a better quality than milk produced in the western part of the country, UP and Bihar. And why? The macroflora number of the loads, bacterial loads are high in that particular area due to the climatic variations and all. Our countries are having different climatic conditions. So now we have to have a special packaging solutions for each and every commodity based on the geographical nature. That was the need of our. So then another problem what you're facing, you need to have customized, optimized packaging system in terms of that. So you can minimize the cost of the packaging. That is the one part. Somewhere it is over packaging, somewhere is the under packaging. Somewhere you need to have a fresh produce. When we talk about the fresh produce item, Their packaging requirements are there. Why? It is more challenging to pack a fresh produce horticulture product because these products are highly perishable and we need to maintain their live nature. Got my point? To pack a product which is alive in nature compared to the product which is processed is different. When you process, you have to maintain the quality, you maintain the texture property, you have a certain basic quality parameters and you maintain that way. But you have a product, it must be green in nature. Got my point? Once harvest you it at a particular time, to maintain the harvest index, you maintain the greenness, you maintain the breathability, maintain the transpiration. Accordingly we have to design a packaging. Therefore now we are talking innovative packaging. I'm not talking too much the technicality. I want to say like what you need exactly. You need to maintain a breathability where the packaging interventions are required. What the industry academia has to do, what the you scholar you have to do, you have to tell the particular apple, particular apricots or other horticulture produce, what is the breathing rate? Am I right? What are the moisture conditions? If we maintain this particular temperature, we have to transport from this much kilometer. Whether you want to market indigenous traditional cities, 300 kilometer, 500 kilometer, or you want to transport export packaging. Accordingly, we have to design a packaging. Now, another requirement. What is the problem whole world is facing is the sustainability. We are talking, so your packaging material must be sustainable and degradable nature. Government has banned the single, you need to have a solution for the single-use plastic. Am I right? Therefore, you are here, you definitely will ask. I know these questions you will ask me. What we have to do? So, government has banned single-use plastics. So then what we have to do? Then we need to have intervention, joint collaborative research. Industry should approach to the academic institutions. We should not allow a student will find out. You come to, your board member should be one industry representative. I hope now you have. Am I right, sir? In food technology, post-harvest technology, LPT or dairy technology, if it is there should be industry representative because they are the taker. They need to use it. Otherwise, what will happen? It will be the formality of our research curriculum, what we have formulated and what we are doing for the years. So now what will happen? They will say, this is the problem. You take that problems. Can we give the solution? Can we develop alternative to the thermoforming tray with the natural resources locally available? Huge potential area is there. Agriculture waste, how much agriculture waste are there in the country? Anyone? How much the agriculture waste are there in the country? Your report is there. Earlier it was more than 60%. Now your report is around. Now you reached out the good infrastructure in the country, good processing interventions, post-harvest regulations, actions and services by the agriculture universities and government planning. Now it minimized up to the 30% on an average. Huge potential. That agro waste can be made into the source of the packaging. That I'm here to talk about that. How much the investments entrepreneurs need to incorporate. What I have given one, the packaging processing unit is there. You need to have a need-based packaging solution in that food park or cluster, food clusters. This is the one solution. Another, if you want to replace somewhere, can we have a pulp molded agro waste locally available material, you convert it, that need to analyze, not need to give a focus. Can we develop some nano biopolymeric materials? From natural you can develop some paper because we cannot replace 100% plastic, it is true. But where we can minimize, that we have to do. That is the real solution we have to. Blindly we cannot ban it anything which has a worthy, versatile in nature, easily available, easily processable in any form. This is the beauty of the plastics. I'm not posing the plastic, I'm not favoring the plastic, but we should be realistic words. Where we can replace it, that we have to replace it. That we want to say like. The third, what I have to say, serve We have to find out alternative to this single-use plastic material. Now it is, you should not use less than 75 micron. Now you have to use 110. Fourth important aspect is that safe. How safe this packaging material need to evaluate, because we have to fulfill the compliances of FSSAI regulations in the country or international compliances. There is a migration limit for any leachability. You know, this biggest advantages of this plastic material when it is being used for the food item is that it is non-biodegradable, make it degradable. There are the alternative biopolymer materials are there, I'm telling you. But it has limitation, I will talk about that. Another thing is that safety concern. During the processing, additives are being added, processing additives to make this plastic convert into plastic into packaging. There's some macro master batch additives, plasticizers, monomer materials is being added to make it the desired functionality, to control this gas system, to make it color, to make UV resistant. Again, additives are being incorporated to make a desired barrier property in terms of water vapor. This is the important aspect you have to do. Achieve it is the barrier property in terms of water vapor, in terms of the gas barrier property. These are the important things when you have to select any packaging material for food item. So in this process, master batch is being added, catalysts are being added, plasticizers being added, elastomers are being added. They are the concern. When you use it for the primary packaging material, there is a chances for migration. For lacquering material, there is a chances they are in direct contact with the food. We have to concern it. We have to design in such a way. We have to make alternative organic the lacquering material so that it should not affect the safety of the food. That was the fourth important concern. And fifth is that whatever you are going to make it, it must be recyclable. I will talk about that. Multi-layer films. We have a very good shelf life. How about the shelf life of this milk powder, whey powder? How about the shelf life? Ready to use is the more concern of yours. Now you have so many ready to use products in the Kashmir. What are the ready to use? Some soup powder where you have to ready to make it. So you need to have shelf life. How much the shelf life you required? At least 1 year you required. So therefore you have MedPet, multi-layer films. What they have done, mismarriages people has done. Knowingly or unknowingly, this was the concern. Now we have to give a solution, we have to match, you have to marry in a such a way that this multi-layer film must be recyclable. The fifth option is there. We have to think about development of packaging material which must be sustainable, optimized and cost effective, make it safer, then you have to recycle it. The whole thing is running, this whole new concept of the packaging is 3S concept. Safe, secure and sustainable packaging material. Now I will talk about it. Just come on the slides. I will the whole summary I have discussed about the packaging as a marketing tool. Why it is important? Can you sell any product? Next slide. Oh, who is running the slide? From here I can? You tell me where I, this one? Okay, thank you. How much time you have given Dr. sir?
1 hour, both are 1 hour.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है तब तो हो जाएगा.
सदर आप तो
नहीं ठीक है ये देखो नहीं वेट इज
ये इधर पॉइंट इधर पर
अच्छा वहां पे दिखाना आपको दिखाना अच्छा 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 चलो
सोर्स इज देयर
अच्छा ओके वेट इज नॉट दिस इज is it coming okay okay on now no it is here this is the okay the package packaging, the topic is given by Zamir Sahib, is the packaging is a marketing tool for horticulture products of Jammu and Kashmir. What is the packaging is a silent salesman? You agree with me? No. And now I am telling you the packaging is an aggressive tool of marketing. Why? This is the digital world, we are talking about that. Okay, how the packaging, recently we have done a study at our institute. What will be the impact of packaging on marketability and sellability? We got the result is that 3 seconds is sufficient to influence your customer. It will change the decision of a user within 3 seconds. What we have done? We have done several organized retail chain in the country. We have questionnaire, and based on that questionnaire, we have concluded is that the 3 minutes is sufficient to influence your customer. So therefore, an aggressive tool of marketing, when you enter any organized retail market, retail shop, no salesman is there. So who is your salesman? It is the packaging. How aesthetically designed, graphical design is important. Not only graphical design, design of packaging is important. How it is designed, design consideration. Last time I sent my deputy director, Rahul Tubade, I hope he discussed in detail what are the processes being involved for the design process in packaging. So when we talk about the packaging, first A is the design of a packaging based on your product nature and characteristics. So then we have to design a packaging in such a way it should be attractive to the customer. Not only this, it should also fulfill the compliances. Earlier to the 12th commandment of the food packaging and labeling. Now it is one more. 13th commandment. This is the very important, that all information you have to incorporate, you have to print on a packaging. And then is the how we have to, that all you know. To more than 20% losses recently, up to the food losses are there. This is what I have made this presentation, the challenges and opportunities of packaging, especially in horticulture of the Jammu and Kashmir. All you know, I am not going to discuss about what is the climatic fruits and non-climatic fruits, and based on the requirement we have a different packaging. The post-harvest losses and waste due to the mechanical damages. What I have discussed initially, any product including the fruits and vegetable, when it is being transported from one part to another part, it faces damages, chances of damages. Stress level is there. 2 stress level is considered when we have to design good packaging. One is mechanical damages, injuries, bruises. So therefore we have to have a cushion packaging, protective packaging in such a way. Therefore you have cushioning material, especially in apple. What time you have to harvest it, that is also important. How to harvest and collect it, that is important. Then how you have to pack it and seal it is important. Then how you have to make based on the damages, observation of damages, we have to design a cushion packaging, which is very much important. Now the earlier with the foam, now we have to replace it. When there is a requirement for the export consignment, we have to have plastic free. That we have to design it, sir. So many options are now these days are there. Then another observation and in stress and hazards the product is facing during the transportation is the transportation hazards, different level of vibrations. But my point, you know, multimodal transportation. If you want to export your product from Kashmir to any other part, especially Gulf countries with huge potential of food product, then Canada, then what will happen? Like you have your product will be transported through road, then sea, or again road. So this is known as multimodal transportation systems. You have to design a packaging. It should be tolerant. It should be designed. It should sustain all multimodal transportation systems. Then type of the packaging during handling. Now, if you have a bulk transportations, your packaging material should be in a such a way it should handle properly by the machines. So therefore we are talking about the each and every one is very much important. It has a one lecture is required. Inline solution is very much important. Therefore we are talking about that. We are talking about today's blockchain. We are talking especially this corona, the very common word we have heard is that no touch packaging. Less intervention, how your packaging should be in such a way. We are talking, therefore we are talking biosensors, we are talking nanosensors. Therefore, Nasir sir was talking about that, how nanosensor is being used for the agriculture commodity. I would like to say, just I am telling you, already this system is robustically used, especially high-end product. High-end product means pharmaceutical product, it is being used. Transportation of biological products. You know, if you transport your product, you have a patient who is a donor in one hospital that is transported to another hospital, which is monitoring by 100 times in fraction of the seconds by the doctor and team of the doctor and properly monitor in a sensor based. Therefore we are talking about the RFID tagging, bigger term, but it is successful for the use. But who will pay? In agriculture you have a few tons of product. If your investment is more than that, who will take it? Therefore initially I am talking about whatever the packaging you have to develop, that must be affordable and economically, then it will be used for the common mass. So type of the packaging used during handling of the fruits could significantly affect the physical quality of the fruits. That is important. You have to design in such a way. I want to say, these are the common products you are having. Apple, 90% being exported, pear and cherry, apricot and peach. Yeah, so earlier 2011 it was hardly 10.54. It is more than 20,000. Is it? This data is correct or you want, I need to correct it. So just double in one decade. So maybe the growth rate is now faster with the good packaging practices and post-harvest. The walnut. So these are the leading horticulture produce in the state, and I hope that Apple India, Jammu and Kashmir India is the number one state which is exporting the apple. Then post-harvest management of horticulture commodities. All you heard about the doubling of the farmers in ICR is very closely working. Sir, you agree with me? The input cost is increasing day and by day. Who will give the more value to the farmers? Good post-harvest management and processing, and that is not possible without the packaging. So I have developed some model that we have to work together with the ICR and some agriculture, the primary processing and packaging. What I want to say, that information we have to work together with the all exporters, whether the apple exporter, apricot exporter. Your packaging solution we have to provide at your farm, where you have to brand, where you can have some intelligent tagging systems, so that the person who is consumer sitting in abroad, he can feel, oh, this is the particular orchard, this product is being harvested, this farmer is producing. That type of the intervention we require. Although some models are there in agriculture I have seen, but need to define it and what the concept, we have to work together, integrate it, so that the farmers will get the farmers. We want to make the farmers entrepreneur. Is it? The thrust, the new mandate of this ICR and agriculture system is that to make each and every farmer as an entrepreneur. Farmer son is not working in a farm. Is it? How we have to make it the entrepreneur? It is possible if we have a small primary processing packaging unit as an industry. The son will feel, oh, father will produce, my mother will produce a particular crop and horticulture produce. At farm, I will become owner and entrepreneur and industrialist. That is there. The feeling, we have to make it. So therefore we are in ICR and different systems, they are talking about FPO. We have to make it. That is possible. We doesn't require too much investment at that level. We require some processing. Now what is it that, sir? You have developed some primary processing intervention for farmers. You have developed, especially CPET, you was CPET, I have some of the scientists are there, we had some interaction in some part, somewhere, where you have low cost refrigeration system. Can we integrate it? Can we develop some model? You develop some primary processing intervention, pre-cooling, pre-treatment, bioprocessing, preservatives. Done, we have to dry, clean and grade it and pack it at farm level. If we are able to enhance the shelf life with this intervention, what will happen? This will be the breakthrough for farmers. Farmers will not scared. But farmers, it is highly perishable. Within 24 hours, their product will be spoiled. We have to check it. This model, we have to work together. At physiologically maturity, this is the basic thing all you understand. But the thing is that what are the packaging intervention we require at farm level? What the models we have to develop and integrate with the all stakeholders and processing. The packaging intervention of horticulture crops of the Jammu and Kashmir. So what need to understand? Already I have discussed the requirement for the packaging of fresh produce. What are the requirements? That already we have discussed. What are the parameters based on that packaging need to be designed? Primary processing, primary packaging material, secondary packaging material and tertiary packaging material. Based on the requirement of the packaging of fresh produce, characteristic and nature, breathability, moisture content and storage conditions. Then, challenges for the packaging of dry fruits and process. Yesterday I was talking my colleague, she's here. She's doing PhD, huh? No, you are my student. Mitsa. Yeah. So she was talking about that. Already she not a new technology, but we need to have standardized. She is irradiation. Irradiation. She is working on irradiations because the which crop you have taken, which walnut. So now we have to see how much the microbial infestation is there. Earlier, one of the exporter, he approached to me, he was talking about that there is isling off after certain period of time. Rancidity occurs within few months and that, what was the reason? So we have given maybe the microbial infestation, you have to see if initially there is microbial contaminations, fungal contaminations, if we have a very good packaging, customer will say, oh, nice packaging is there, but already it is being contaminated. We cannot expect the same shelf life without contamination. That we need to understand. Very good work you are thinking. I hope system with the small intervention is important to control this spoilage, and we can. So integrated approach is important. If you have a problem, we have to identify the problem. Critical parameters we have to identify. Because already we have discussed each and every region has a different conditions. Based on that, even the microflora contamination chances are different. So we have to think about it. We have to zero down and then we have to design packaging. For example, if walnut is not infested with any microbial contaminations, you have a very good technology of packaging. For example, modified atmosphere packaging or vacuum packaging, you have a good shelf life of 6 months. If it is already being contaminated, you have not treated. So pre-treatment is important. Fruits and vegetables, if even small intervention, all you agree that that SOP I have seen the CPET has developed. Even the very good results are there. If your water is lower temperature, you have to clean the water with the lower temperature. Pre-cooling is important. It varies from crop to crop. Cleaning is important, but what the temperature of water is there, what type of the water is required, what sort of the small biopreservative if can be added, fulfill the compliances. Again, I'm talking about that. Whatever you have to do, that should fulfill the compliances of regulations is important. Significant shelf life is increasing in fruits and vegetables. Then third important is the packaging material is important. You know different types of the packaging material. Paper, glass, metal, earlier jute, bamboo. These are different. Now we are talking about composite packaging. We are talking about multi-layer film. We are talking about different polymer material, PVDC, PDC. We are talking about, for decades we have a PLA based packaging. Is alternative replacement for the plastic packaging. Where is the problem? Why we are unable to use it? Tell me, anyone. What is the reason? PLA based packaging we are not using. Although it is a sustainable packaging, biodegradable packaging. Somewhere it gives the alternative to this plastic. What is the reason? One reason, please tell me. Tell me one reason. PLA based, PGI based, PCT based. These are the all biopolymeric material. डॉक्टर साहब क्या है? What is the reason कि why we are PLA based packaging we are not using commonly? जहां फायदा दिखता है वहीं पे लोग इंडस्ट्री लगाते हैं, बिजनेस करते हैं. पहली बात, not a single industry has entered in this way. क्यों? There is no taker. Initial definition I have mentioned about the packaging must be affordable. Cost, how much the cost? More than 350% cost of the PLA based packaging. Who will take it? That was the reason. Not a single, I tried so many industries, I approached so many industries, 100 crore rupees, they were, minimum investments are required. And production is not too much high. That was the reason. So therefore I am talking about that. Locally available material, waste material, you can use it. Again the source is there. Another, if I will talk whole day, I can talk it. We are talking about the food security. And the PLA based packaging material, the source is maize. Can we afford? Whole world is afford. We are talking about the hunger-free world and we are using the grains for the packaging. Answer is close here. So we are, contradictory statement, contradictory approach. The source is again food, feedstock for PLA. So that was the reason. That limitation is there. So answer is there for the plastic alternative by polymeric materials. Now, if you all young people, you are more genius to us like, can you think that how we can reduce the cost of the PLA manufacturing per unit cost? That area you have to work. Can you think about that? You can develop, because this is the multidisciplinary institute. Can you do something enzyme, and enzyme will help to make the plastic degradable? That work need to be. You think about that, you take some industry help, you approach to the, recently, that was the packaging selection is important. Which packaging is important to be selected for your product is important. Can we use this glass material for this fruits and vegetable? Not at all. Can we use this metal? Directly we cannot. But the form and format of this metal, can we use it? That we have to think about it. Then we are talking about the selection of the packaging is important. If you want to have, if industry is thinking, sir, this apple is having 100 rupees, we want to export, we are getting 200 rupees. If our margin is not more than 30 rupees, 30%, I will not do this business. The packaging cost is eating my profit. Am I right? So that we have to develop some composite packaging. We do some permeation and combination and use 2 and more sources of packaging substrate to make a single entity. That is the area to work. So selection of the packaging is material is important. If you have to give selective barrier property, if you need to have a zero permeable barrier property, then we have to have a different laminates and matte pit. We have to have a pouches which has a zero barrier. We have aluminum laminates, paper and plastic aluminum combination of 3 materials make a composite film. But we have to again think about that whatever you have to decide that should fulfill the compliances and regulations, recent regulations. Then design functional and aesthetic. I hope in the last 3 deliberations I focus good design. I focus functionality. I talked about the engineering property of packaging material is important. We are talking about when we talk about the design property of any film and packaging and packages material, we have to focus in both aesthetic design
and as well as functional design. If we have a good packaging, good is trend, if it is not attractive. So therefore we are talking about that aesthetic design and functional design is the two sides of a coin, two wheel of a chair, two wheel of a car. If you have good packaging, if it cannot appeal your customer in a SL, in a organized retail chain, no takers. So you have, in balanced way, you have to design in such a way. You should have a good design, printing, graphical approach. Therefore, one aspect of the packaging, some people used to say the packaging is an art. Packaging is an applied science, that I agree. Packaging is an engineering aspect, engineering and technology is involved. Art, how you can justify it? Why it is art? Because design is important. How attractive, artistic brain and knowledge and skill is required for the good design. Then we have to talk about the packaging machinery. That India is poor in packaging machinery. You know, most of the automatic lines we are exporting. That area needs to be focused. Industry should invest more in this area. We have to fight with the China. We have to fight with the Taiwanese machines. I hope all the industries, those are there, they have a packaging line. Mostly they are importing from these countries. We have to have a ingenious technology or machine automations. So the young engineers, you have to work. There is huge potential in this particular area. Then logistic packaging. Whether you have to, for export or domestic market, you have to think about that. What are the pallet unitization is important. That is the problem here. What are the treatments, compliances are required when the pallets are wooden pallets are being exported? What are the penalties and regulation to be implemented? Whether this facility in Jammu, if it's cost, that area will give the income generation to the stock. Please, if this state doesn't have this facility, it is not too much investment is required. You have to invest it for the industry. We can support one of the way. The packaging ecosystem of Jammu and solution that already discussed. Only few packaging industries are there in this area, and of course, availability is poor in packaging and packaging. This I'm not going to discuss. This is the basic aspect of the packaging. But overall, what are we doing? Branding to increase the market share with good packaging you can do. If you want to have a branding of Kashmiri apple, the packaging is important. Next. This all primary functions. Containment, protection from all extraneous material and factors are important. Preservation, original color, quality, taste, factor. Then preservation, how to put package. Now I want to, this study will help you, all the exporters are here. Recently we have done during the festives, because you know during the festive you have a combo packaging, attractive packaging, gift packaging out there. We have done this in a study. What the consumer wants. We have different range of the products. We have processed food item, we have this sweet. India is known as the sweet culture of the country. Every part of the country, if you used to go anyone's house, you have to present a sweet. The trend has changed. They want 60% of the respondent responded. They need attractive packaging for fruits. So therefore, I have given this example how attractive packaging for apple and other products you have. You should have a good primary design for the gift package, so that you can use it. You pack it in your warehouse and where you harvest, and then you have to make the secondary packaging and then tertiary and transport and unit packaging. This role of the packaging for the logistic, all you know. That we are talking about that 5P packaging. Now we are talking about the 7P of the packaging. So how we have taken this P concept and concept. You know, management tool is important. Here we are entrepreneurs, management skills and management tools. The P concept is very important for the management, basic concept of the management. So one of the important 7P of management is packaging. And among the packaging now we are talking about the 4P, we are talking about 7P concept, we are talking about that. If packaging mix, how will help to sellable your product? So that you need to have raw data, you analysis it, and then you have to use for your marketability of the product. So packaging plays a role in 4P of the packaging is the product. That is, you have to understand what the customer. सबसे पहली मार्केटिंग आपको प्रोडक्ट को मार्केट में बेचना है तो आप ये देखिए सबसे पहला कि मार्केट में क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है. जैसे मैंने आपको एक स्टडी बताया कि नाउ पीपल वांट्स गिफ्ट पैकेज और स्पेशली मोर देन 60% रेस्पोंडेंट्स आर टेलिंग इज द फ्रूट पैकेज. तो लाइक shift and recently when we talk about the horizon and ecosystem of the packaging, plastics are slowly replaced with the specialized paper packaging. 3% plastics market is replaced with the specialized special paper-based packaging, especially low-hanging food products. So now I'm talking about product, place, price, and promotion. What the product you have, packaging plays role. Whether you require primary, secondary, where you have to place it. Place is two aspects. Where you have market it, sell it, and where you have to sell it. The place is very much important. Destination is important. Accordingly, you have to have a design of packaging. Then fourth is the price. Can you sell your product without considering the plastic packaging? So all you processing, those who are working on new product development, don't ignore the cost of the packaging. Is it? Because ultimately unit cost you have to evaluate it. So unit cost consideration is important. X cost is the product cost. Y cost is the cost of the unit cost of the packaging. Then your cost will be the judge. That will be the cost of your overall product to be marketed. Then promotion. Who sell? Market is flooded with good chocolates, imported chocolate. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This is the New Year celebration and Christmas is going all around. And when you enter, and what is fascinating to you is the good attractive packaging. And premium packaging starts with, yesterday I was exploring for my daughter when I was in the airport. A very good chocolate. The cost is 2,800. What I see? That is again tag. Metal packaging is there. Metal boxes are there. Even the metal boxes, premium packaging, nuts, vacuum pack, then to have a premium look, you have metal packaging, metal boxes is there. So metal is eco-friendly. It is also, you can design, give a shape and size, and you can print whatever you want to print. You can, one aspect of that marketability is come touch and feel. Come touch and feel. You have to market your, silk chocolate. Why it is silk? Because it's the feeling of the silk. So now they're talking digital printing, they're talking about multicolor printing. Then you touch it, feel like, oh, texture is like something. That you have to customize. So therefore you have a friend who has a birthday, you want to give a birthday, you want to invite 50 people. Then have a customized packaging, printing, his name is embossed on that particular packaging. What will be the part? The focus again, whole things will be, oh, I'm happy, oh, you have name or his name is there in embossed on that part. So that is very much important. That is possible now these days. How possible, Doctor? That is the digital printing. It's possible. Even 10 product you can print it in digital. Earlier it was not possible. So therefore we are talking too much about the digital printing, multicolor printing. So therefore final factors governing, internal factor is important for you, and then political factor is also important. But why the political factor is important? I am very closely working with the UP government. And recently there was international trade fair. I have been invited and only they have given 48 hours. Because I am associated with the one district, one product of the Pradesh government. I have signed MOU. We have made some packaging design, innovative design. You know, बनारस में प्रोडक्ट है, इसको बोलते हैं anyone? बनारस मेटल का बना होता, सिल्वर का, हाँ? किसी को पता है? बनारस से साड़ी भी था, फिर लखनऊ का चिकन करी था. What my designer, Rahul, you know, Rahul today, he has given the design pink. Somewhere he has given the design of pink, blue color. I got a call from the minister office. Look, sir, you're so, you have seen the color? Okay, yes, I did. At the same time, it was around 11 o'clock. I understand what he wants. In the morning, I called Rahul. I told Rahul, change the color. Make it up as the state government's team is there, pavilion is there. 24 hours I have changed the color and then I have inaugurated by the Honorable CM of UP. So our political destination and the style is equally important for your product where you are going to market. For a product which is particularly not convenient and for that particular reason, you should not market your product. That I want to say. Political intervention and comfortable is important. Then public, what the media wants. They are looking about. Then protection level, the pricing, cost, standardization, and specification is very much important. Why it is important? For vendor selection, exporter, what you are talking about? Exporter, please listen. See, how do you select your vendor? Can you purchase any product without the specification? The standard packaging is important. So because you have a different lots, different volume of lot, so you have to standardize packaging so that in the same cost you can reproduce your product. Standardization is one of the important aspects to optimize the cost of the packaging. Then channel of distribution is important. That already we have discussed. The handling ability, your packaging must be handling in terms of machinability. Reusability and recycling is the recent requirement for whole country and whole world. And overall, what you want to convey with only with the packaging you can convey it. This whole product design for better marketability. These are the considerations. Package geometry. What is the package geometry in terms of the size, shape and volume? Product mass and density is important. How much the weight to contain your product. Based on that you have to decide the functionality, the packaging material. What sort of the packaging material you need to have. Then what should the condition in terms of the oxygen permeability, in terms of the other gases permeability, we have to decide it. And what is the moisture level and product respiration. This all we have discussed for better packaging. This secondary packaging. Packaging must be convenient. Now we are talking, this is the area you have to focus, especially that you want to have entrepreneurship in this area. Customized packaging, gift packaging, combo packaging is the area you have to focus. You can get a better return on that way. Then of course we are talking about the good handling. Your packaging should have such a provision and intervention so that it can be easily handled by the machines. That already we have discussed. If you want to have what is the size of your product, what is the consumer packaging, bulk packaging, and you have to consider all these factors. And shelf life is important also. And these are the available consumer packaging materials. Low density, LDP, SDP, PVC, this PP. So which packaging material you need to have, use it for your product, you have to understand it. Based on that characteristic of the product. Availability of the products. Sometimes low cost, the PP may be this. Now we are talking about the PET materials where you require better shelf life, better oxygen impermeability rates. Mostly used for pouches and holes. Now, macro perforation is important to maintain the respiration and transpiration rate. So you can have in your department
रेस्पिरेटरी मीटर यू हैव? नहीं वो तो, हाँ वो तो पैकेजिंग मटेरियल के लिए, लेकिन करेक्टरिस्टिक टू अंडरस्टैंड शायद उसी पे डू हैव, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. तो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द मॉइस्चर लेवल, water activity and breathability for this climatic fruits and all that. Then you have to have select the packaging material, whatever there, and then you have to decide what will be the level of breathing, permeability, selective permeability, number of the microperforation, what type of the microperforation per unit area is important, and above all the cost of the material is important. These are available easily in the market, but now you have to see how much the recyclable the material you are using it. So these are the tray. Then there is a chances here that you can change this this thermoforming tray, PVC based tray. You have to replace with the agro waste pulp based packaging material. Then punit, why we have deliberated holes based on the respiration. Don't do anything which is non-scientific. You have to understand how many based on your freshness requirement. You have to decide the number of the holes per unit area. The shrink trap is another options for especially to pack your horticulture produce. This direct to, now still you are exporting using this wooden crate. Yes, tell me, because already we have we are working on that way. कितने केजी का करते हो? वुडन क्रेट में कितना केजी का? 2019. तो is it use a whole the container space or not? Tell me. Container space. जब आप stacking करते हो, when you do the stacking in your container or lorry, can you utilize whole space? My question is that someone, an exporter has approached me, sir, so far we are using 80 kilo these crates, wooden crates. We want to utilize, but we could not utilize the whole space. That we have to optimize the packaging size to utilize the whole container space. That way we can reduce the cost of logistics. That area we have to work. Next. Then pallet suitable for, and like the provision of the pallets are generally wooden pallet and plastic pallets, and wooden pallet has a different limitations. Now some of the parts of the world using the plastic pallet. Now we have to think about it, how this plastic pallet, because all part and different parts of the country they doesn't allow any sort of the plastic. Now we have to think, can we have some paper based pallet systems? That we have to optimize it. Then this type of the bulk packaging. Recently now, can we replace this bulk packaging into बताइए, bamboo is also famous as the northern eastern part of the country. Northeast we are working. I will show what the work we are doing. तो locally available हो जाएगा ना, है ना? wood को replace करेंगे किससे? bamboo के साथ. तो bamboo बनाना है एक मेरा नया कॉन्सेप्ट है लाइफ का. मैं फूड का बंदा था, मैं हैजर्डस पैकेजिंग पे काम करने लगा. अब मैं वापस अनदर सेक्टर पे बड़ी स्ट्रांगली काम कर रहा हूं, वो है हैंडीक्राफ्ट और हैंडलूम पैकेजिंग. यू हर्ड अबाउट द फूड पैकेजिंग, यू हर्ड अबाउट फार्मास्यूटिकल पैकेजिंग, यू हर्ड अबाउट कॉस्मेटिक पैकेजिंग, you never heard about handicraft packaging. My whole life mission will be rest of the mission to work on handicraft packaging systems. So can we have bamboo, because where the arts are involved, artists are involved, will be involved, develop some bamboo based packaging system for the country. That we are working, we are making some standard specifications, we'll share you later part. Then this is the most economical recommended packaging whole world now. To replace plastic, to replace wooden crate, this is there. From consumer packaging, we have monokachan, folding, unfolding, है ना? We have kappa kachan, we have hardboard for consumer packaging. We have corrugated fiber board boxes, 3 ply, 5 ply, 7 ply. on the requirement. So therefore we are talking jumbo bag, jumbo cartons, sorry, jumbo bag means cartons. So then you have to decide how much many kg of the product you have to pack it, so that it should withstand at least 1 year. Am I right? It should not distort it should not be damaged, and by the same time, if your product material of the corrugated fiber boxes is the recyclable, that we have to see is there any sort of leaching out this corrugated box that may contaminate the color of your texture of your product. So these are the consideration for the corrugated fiber board box packaging systems. Definitely based on this requirement, weight, volume, space, nature of the transportation, we have to decide and design. There are different design available. Which design is suitable for you, you have to decide it. Then, okay, but the biggest limitation for this corrugated fiber board boxes, what is the biggest limitations? You tell me. It increases the moisture. Therefore, we evaluate parameters based on so that it should not damage the strength corrugated box. Burst factor is important for corrugated fiber board boxes. Number of the ply, flute, arrangement of the flute. We are talking about the macro flutes. We are talking about the A flute, B flute, and Z flute, C flute, D flute, F flute. Then finally, because these flutes affect the quality of the printing and stake and cushioning and protective material, and above all is the strength during the stacking. Compression strength is important to be considered. So these are the consumer paper-based corrugated box is available. You have to design it in such a way it maintain the freshness and quality and breathability, aeration, and also it should not elevate the temperature. Why holes are there? Anyone, can you tell me? It breathe. Natural breathing will be there. The temperature elevation will be there. Then the spoilage will be the fast. The basic, simple, fundamental approach is there. Why we have holes. Holes per unit area is designed based on the nature transpiration rate of particular product. Okay? Then this is the area. Okay, how much the investments are required? बताइए 30 लाख में एक पाइप मोल्डिंग का इंडस्ट्री लग जाएगा सर. आप एक्सपोर्टर हो, 4 लोग एक्सपोर्ट मिलकर करते हो ना, एक बंदा 4 लोग मिलकर के 5-5 लाख रुपए देकर के मोल्डेड ट्रे का बनाना. ये कुशनिंग मटेरियल से बन सकता है और अच्छी डिजाइन बन सकता है. आपका कंज्यूमर पैकेजिंग भी इससे डिजाइन हो सकता है, कॉस्ट भी कम हो जाएगा. तो ये एरिया है जहां आप काम कर सकते हो. एंड लोकली अवेलेबल एग्रीकल्चर वेस्ट, राइस वेस्ट, राइस स्ट्रॉ, व्हीट स्ट्रॉ, और मेजर एरिया इज दिस. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट जूट को कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं, जूट पल्प को कैसे हम इस पर्पस के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं. ऑल्दो इट इज द कॉस्ट इज इंपॉर्टेंट कंसिडरेशन. दिस सुगरकेन बगास. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सर, हमने जो अपने स्टूडेंट को काम दिया उसका पेटेंट मैंने अभी फाइल किया, वो था कि वी हैव डेवलप सम स्पेशलाइज्ड पेपर विद द सुटेबल कोटिंग मटेरियल फॉर लो हैंगिंग फ्रूट आइटम्स. So that we have developed a packaging from sugarcane bagasse as well as maize husk corn. Our student has done. So that way we are working on the alternative packaging solution. And this plastic crate. Now, बताइए, मैं कोई नई चीज बता रहा हूँ, आप बताओ. इंडस्ट्री वाले. प्लास्टिक क्रेट बड़ी बात नहीं है. What the new things are talking about? Tell me, what are the new things I'm talking I want to say? Again, the cost is important. We are talking reusable packaging material. Now we have to think about, can we use the collapsible crates and crates? That area, that way we can minimize the cost of handling and transportation. So, number of this plastic crates made of SDP. Now we have to think about that, how we have to minimize it. During the stacking, can we have some PP sleeves? Can we use it? समझ वाली बात, बीच में अलग लेयर ना डाल करके PP का यूज करें, that need to have to standardize based on the commodity. That is the still we are doing using it. How we have to replace it or make it in better way, improvised way. This whole now all packaging we have to integrate. You know, we do the weathering test for this all transport packaging and bulk packaging system. What is the weathering test? Simulation test we perform in our laboratory. Same condition we create in our laboratory, what the product will face during the supply chain in transportation, logistics and storage. We give same treatment to our packaging. -18, we put the packaging material with the product. If any deformation is there, we have to reject it based on the product. That we have to evaluate to make this packaging suitable for all logistic and supply chain. This integrated approach, development of packaging solution overall, palletizations, integrate palletization with the wooden pallets or alternative packaging. The factors taken into account during the, again, design is important. कि round shape का होना चाहिए. This, although international standards are there for basically pallets के लिए, international norms are there. लेकिन क्या डोमेस्टिक मार्केट में हमारी लॉरी साइज स्टैंडर्ड नहीं है, ओपन है, am I right? क्या करना पड़ेगा बताइए? या तो फिर हमने तो अच्छा वी हैव किया सर. आई वांट टू शेयर यू कि आई एम द पार्ट, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ द पैकेजिंग इज द पार्ट फॉर द दिस पैकेजिंग इनिशिएटिव लॉजिस्टिक पॉलिसी फॉर द कंट्री, वेयर वी हैव फर्स्ट स्टेप वी हैव सजेस्टेड टू गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एंड नीति आयोग की भाई ये लॉरी है ना उसको पहले स्टैंडर्डाइज करो. मेरे लिए इजी होगा ना, एक लॉरी एक पैकेजिंग, वन इंडिया वन पैकेजिंग, दैट वे वी आर वर्किंग. This palletization whole process we have done because I am the chairman for different committee of BIS, especially textile committee of packaging, paper and paper based packaging chairman, and then metal packaging. तो 3 and 4 कमेंट FSSI का तो हुई food packaging का regulation का. तो where we have to have standardized this packaging systems. We recently more than 50 standards we have contributed within 2 years. 15-16 standard of packaging we have released it, gazetted it, printed, and it is available in the public domain. So we are focusing more that how robust system of palletizations, ultimately cold chain and packaging integration that I have already discussed about that. Okay, which packaging suitable recommended for -18 degrees centigrade if product is being transported from low. Then these new trends and technologies I am not going to discuss. Why? I have seen this paper. Other people are covering, है ना, controlled atmosphere, storage and lot. So no need to discuss about this controlled atmosphere, modified atmosphere, edible coating, and of course other countries are 100% commercially using the edible coating, especially Apple and all, है ना. तो आप लोग भी एक सिस्टम कॉमन फैसिलिटी सेंटर क्रिएट करो जहां पे अपने प्रोडक्ट को कॉमर्शियली, किताबों में बहुत है, थेसिस बहुत है, लिटरेचर बहुत है, लेकिन अच्छा इस पे याद आया सर, मैथ के लिए ना हमने जब मिनिस्ट्री एपिटा ने अप्रोच किया, डॉक्टर साहब ये देखिए तो मैथ में अलग अलग आदमी बोलता है कि अलग अलग गैसेस कंपोजिशन होना चाहिए, आप क्या कहते हैं? तो उन्होंने 300 रिसर्च पेपर हमको भेज दिया. तो फिर हम लोगों ने बोला कि ये तो यही रहेगा. फिर हम लोगों ने एक एपिडा को स्टैंडर्डाइज प्रोसेस दिया कि मीट का मैथ कितना होगा, मटन का कितना होगा, है ना, चिकन लेग पीस का कितना मैप कंडीशन होगा, क्या कंडीशन, वो स्पेसिफिकेशन फाइनली नाउ वी आर वर्किंग में एक पाउडर. इंडिया में सिर्फ 4 प्लांट है बिकॉज हेवी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एक प्लांट, पाउडर प्लांट. तो 4 प्लांट्स हैं, उसकी स्टडी सैंपल के सैंपलिंग प्रोसेस करने के बाद उसको कैरी ऑन करना है. तो अगेन द प्रॉब्लम इज देयर. तो सो यू नो कि लॉट ऑफ द वर्क हैज बीन डन डेफिनेटली दिस मैथ टेक्नोलॉजी, लेकिन इतना डाइवर्सिफाई है कि इंडस्ट्री कौन सा यूज करेगा, am I right? So that need to have, therefore we are talking standardization and specification of commodities based on this. That I'm not going to discuss. This is the book is, and all you are aware कि नाइट्रोजन परसेंटेज कितना होना चाहिए अब, है ना, स्पेशली हॉर्टिकल्चर प्रोड्यूस में मैक्सिमम डेलिबरेटरी ऑक्सीजन क्यों डालते हैं? अरे एक तरफ आप बड़ा कंट्रोडिक्टरी है, हम कहते हैं कि ऑक्सीजन को कम करो इसलिए मैथ टेक्नोलॉजी होना चाहिए, लेकिन फिर स्पेशली फ्रेश फूड आइटम क्या क्या करते हैं, ऑक्सीजन को डेलिबरेटरी डालते हैं, मीट रेड मीट के लिए, सब मीट के लिए नहीं, रेड मीट के लिए। तो टेक्नोलॉजी इज बिहाइंड, ब्लाइंडली हम हर मस्जिद की दवा क्रॉसिंग नहीं हो सकती। तो देयरफॉर वी आर टॉकिंग के स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन, ऑप्टिमाइजेशन, मॉडलिंग ऑफ इंडिविजुअल फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल। This already I have discussed. I'm not going to discuss. This type of edible coating. ठीक है, फॉरेन कंट्री में inorganic chemicals are being used, but compliances as per their compliances international regulation. Can we do some locally available essential oil as a part of edible coating? ये काम करना है आपको, हमारा डॉक्टर साहब ये देते हैं to improve the functionality of edible coating. तो ये एरिया है कि क्या यहाँ पे कौन है, बकथॉर्न, क्या सी बकथॉर्न, कि उसकी फंक्शनलिटी को यूज करो एज एसेंशियल ऑयल फॉर एडिबल कोटिंग। जस्ट अदर थिंग्स आर आल्सो देयर। क्या यह सीड है आपका, एप्रिकॉट का सीड का फंक्शनलिटी यूज करो, ऑयल को यूज करो, करके देखो एडिबल कोटिंग में, सब पैकेजिंग में नहीं, एडिबल कोटिंग मटेरियल्स में देखो। दैट आई वांट टू कन्वे दिस मैसेज फॉर रिसर्च पर्पस के लिए। Then so many these essential oils are having antimicrobial property. You can incorporate and develop packaging SOPs and models. Bactrocin है, ये recommended condition for MAPS हमने बताया थोड़ा बहुत, वो देख लीजिए स्लाइड में है, ठीक है। किसका कंडीशन क्या है वो देख लीजिए, ग्रेप फ्रूट के लिए क्या है, ये है। देन शैशे को यूज करना। अच्छा, ये बड़ा इशू अभी आया, देखिए हम जो भी एक्सपीरियंस बता रहे हैं इंडस्ट्री के एक्सपीरियंस, हम किताबी बातें नहीं बताता ज्यादा। तो रिसेंटली व्हाट हैपन, लाइक बनाना एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा था, किस कंट्री में सबसे ज्यादा बनाना है, और रशियन कंट्रीज है शायद, एंड वहां पे बनाना को एक्सपोर्ट करना था। ड्यू टू द अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट कि हाउ मेनी डेज यू हैव टू, योर प्रोडक्ट शुड बी इन अ ट्रांजिट पीरियड में कितना दिन रहेगा, फिर रैपनिंग के बाद कितना वो टेक्सचर मेंटेन होगा। तो कंट्रोल रैपनिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट, scavenging of this phytohormones are important which are responsible for ripening, ठीक है। तो that how much, now the thing is that based on the area, how many number of the sachet to be incorporated, how much the size is really there, और एक बड़ी limitation है नहीं, very few जो भी है वो असेंबल करता है इंडिया में, नॉट अ सिंगल। हमने देखा है कि इंडस्ट्री से बात किया जो सैसे बनाती है इंडिया में, दैट इज अनदर प्रॉब्लम, बिकॉज वी नीड टू हैव अ स्पेशलाइज्ड कॉटन मटेरियल सेलेक्टिव पर्मिडिटी के लिए, एब्जॉर्बेंट के लिए। वन साइड दे एब्जॉर्ब इट, बाय द सेम टाइम इट्स नॉट इम्पार्ट इट्स ओन लिमिटेशन, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। तो वो इंडस्ट्री में का पोटेंशियल है। Then smart intelligent packaging, already I hope कि other people has discussed and that need another class. एक क्लास में स्मार्ट पैकेजिंग पे भी बात करना है, but definitely this is the important tool where you can track. आपके लिमिटेड बार कोडिंग से हम अपने प्रोडक्ट की ट्रैकिंग एंड ट्रेसिंग कर सकते हैं। कई बार ऐसा होता है, जैसा आपने बोला कि आपने पूछा था, जो इसमें few moments were there in sharing कि you have a product स्टार्टेड ऑलरेडी, ट्रांजेक्ट शुरू हो गया, आपके ट्रांसपोर्टेशन शुरू हो गया, बाद में पता चला कि जो कस्टमर है वो उतना उससे कोई ज्यादा पैसा देता है, तो उसको भी मॉनिटर ट्रैकिंग एंड ट्रेसिंग से कर सकते। दैट इज पॉसिबल, कॉस्ट अफोर्डेबल। जब तक एआई को ऑल इंटीग्रेटेड मॉनिटर या आप ऐप डेवलप करोगे, इस बीच आप यूज कर सकते हो ट्रैकिंग एंड ट्रेसेबिलिटी, आरएफआईडी टैगिंग। अगेन द लिमिटेशन कॉस्ट इज देयर, बट द आईआईटी गुवाहाटी, आईआईटी दिल्ली के साथ हम लोगों ने कुछ हम उसके पार्ट है उसका मॉनिटरिंग कमेटी के, वेयर वी आर डेवलपिंग मैक्रो चिप्स फॉर आरएफआईडी टैगिंग, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव, कॉस्ट अफोर्डेबल। आईसीआर को भी बुलाया गया था लेकिन वो प्रोजेक्ट आईसीआर का नहीं आया लेकिन और लोगों ने काम करा है। तो दैट विल हेल्प इन ब्लॉकचेन इंटीग्रेशन। सो देयरफॉर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ दिस होल सिस्टम। आप सीधे मैप से कामयाब नहीं हो सकते, आपको मैप को इंटीग्रेट करो किससे, एक्टिव पैकेजिंग को। फिर मैं बोलूंगा एक्टिव पैकेजिंग से काम नहीं चलेगा, आप किससे इंटीग्रेट करो, एक्टिव पैकेजिंग में आ गया वो, आप इंटीग्रेट करो इंटेलिजेंट पैकेजिंग के साथ, स्मार्ट पैकेजिंग टैगिंग के साथ, फिर उसको इंटीग्रेट करो लॉजिस्टिक पैकेजिंग के साथ, टाइम टेम्परेचर इंडिकेटर के साथ, तो then whole cycle will be complete. Your product will deliver safe and secure condition your ultimate destination. That is the, so you know all the, so बेसिकली मैं मास्टर था बीएचयू में, अभी भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के साथ हूँ। वो जो मेरा पैशन है वो टीचिंग है। जब भी फॉरन मिलता तो ज्यादा टाइम ले लेता हूँ, आई एम सॉरी। ठीक है, तो लगा होगा कि आप हो गया। तो दिस गुड पैकेजिंग प्रैक्टिसेस फॉर पैकेजिंग ऑफ हॉर्टिकल्चर प्रोडक्ट, तो ये मैंने प्रेजेंटेशन दे रखा है, आप देख लीजिए कि व्हाट इज द कुशनिंग मटेरियल, पैकेजिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड टू कीप द एप्पल्स गुड कंडीशन अंटिल दिस आर सोल्ड इनटू द ईयर, व्हाट इज द कुशनिंग मटेरियल वी हैव टू यूज इट सो दैट यू कैन हेल्प बेटर मार्केटिंग। डैमेज कैसे होगा, आप ही कर दो, चेंज कर दो। नेक्स्ट, तो सजेस्टेड पैकेजिंग मटेरियल हमने बताया कि दिस आर द सजेस्टेड पैकेजिंग मटेरियल आपके लिए है ना। नेक्स्ट, तो ये देखिए, हियर यू हैव टू वर्क इट।
पहले हम क्या करते थे, अभी भी मार्केट में देखो, मैं तो समझता हूं कि हम लोगों ने स्टडी किया 70 to 80 90% तो पेपर ही रैप कर। आप इसको चेंज करो, द इमेज यू हैव टू चेंज इट, ब्रांड इट, दैट हैव वेरी गुड एग्रीकल्चर बेस्ड। आप उसको अच्छे से फीडरिंग प्रोसेस से इस तरह का कुशनिंग मटेरियल।
नेक्स्ट, कुशनिंग मटेरियल, हाँ एक बात कहा था
कि जो कॉर्गेटेड बॉक्स है, 3 प्लाई 5 प्लाई, क्या प्लाई के बिना भी काम चलता है, 2 प्लाई जिसको ओपन करके ये कुशनिंग मटेरियल के लिए होता है जनरली, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। तो सो देयर पर ओपन उसको बोलते हैं, ओपन फेस कॉर्गेटेड
बोर्ड। नेक्स्ट, soft cushioning material you have to develop with better safe game. Now,
क्या है एक इंडस्ट्री, आप बताओ, आप एक्सपोर्टर बताओ क्या है, मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ। स्टूडेंट लेटर में स्टॉप, we have to replace it now। कौन सी कंट्री में बैन है ना, नहीं महाराष्ट्र ने बैन कर रखा है, आप वहां भेज सकते हो। This slip, this is known as a slip। इसके लिए क्या करना है, पेपर बेस ना है ना। अभी कोई इनोवेटर मेरे पास आया था, एक मिनट, ये नहीं कि मैंने डेवलप किया, माइक्रोन एंड लेजर 120 एयर सेल बना करके मटेरियल से, क्लियर।
so avoid the bruising. Next, sir, how long I have to finish? Next, steep cushioning material. Next,
माइंड ना ये फ्रेश मुझे
पार्टिशनिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट। ये एसओपी हम लोगों ने बनाया है किसके लिए, आपके लिए, एप्पल ग्रोवर्स के लिए। पार्टिशनिंग
that is important, like beauty box material, how you have to develop it and use it। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट,
और इसमें ब्रांडिंग भी हो पॉसिबल है। दिस होल मीडियम ड्यूटी बॉक्सेस, ये देख लीजिए
इस तरह का, दिस इज द ऑल फर्टिलाइजर। प्रिंटिंग में कैसे पैलेटाइज करेंगे, एक ग्रुप में स्टोर करते हैं, इस ऑल
single wall corrugated box, corrugated. This is the heavy duty. You have to put groups together, unit packaging. Next, double wall corrugated fiber board boxes of 10 kg per square centimeter. This is the problem protection from injuries. How to reduce the bruises and protection bottle also is protecting. So best option in the whole world is there. Apple की edible coating है। Hope you time for this. The lunch is all. We have to already leave. ठीक है. Can you stop here? Next slide. Change करो. पैकेजिंग मॉड्यूल को कैसे बेहतर एसओपी है ना के साथ पैक किया जा सकता है. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट पैकेजिंग प्रोसेस को कैसे मॉनिटर लोकलाइज प्रोसेस कैसे करते हैं, कंप्रेशन को कैसे स्ट्रॉन्ग बना सकते हैं, सॉफ्ट कम्युनिटीज एग्रीकल्चर. नेक्स्ट this overall temperature management कैसे कि packaging must accommodate the temperature requirement of product. Now we have industry has developed such a packaging which is temperature sensitive and they will take the shape of the product as it is. Automatic packaging बोलते हैं, but it is again the cost is very high. It can be used for the other premium product, but if anyone can work to start to reduction in cost of such a technology or packaging material, that is the area to work on. Next. Ventilated packaging used already I have discussed. Next this some of the packaging formed already we have discussed about it. Next, this is already we have discussed कि how you to have a gift packaging labeling already for export के लिए क्या करना, optimum temperature maintain करना, optimum reliability. This we have to consider. For export, standard size of the packages we have to already we have mentioned. Apple के लिए भी पीटा को हमने specification दिया है. Although it is old, now we want to make a specific Apple packaging specification for Kashmir and other state. चलो इसलिए कि उसके size अलग है, उसका flavor and texture is different. That need to have a in a collaborative mode we have to do work. Next, this already I have given the solution. You can go through it. आपको देख लेना आप लोग, इसलिए कि टाइम कम है, उन्होंने लंच के लिए बोला. नेक्स्ट, तो कॉस्ट को भी मैंने एनालिसिस किया, केस स्टडी भी करके देखा. चलिए नेक्स्ट देखिए, दिस इनोवेटिव पैकेजिंग यू कैन हैव मेनी मोर ऑप्शन आई हैव गिवन. award winning innovative packaging, because I'm just jury for the Asia Packaging Award, where we got to design from some which country I don't remember, maybe Indonesia or Thailand की design. Next, these are the flexible packaging alternative for apricot. हमने क्यों कहा ये, क्यों एग्जांपल दिया, इसको सोच सकते हो. हमने कुछ वर्कआउट किया कि दिस multi-layer films are recyclable. Same group of polymer material put together have a multi-layer or laminates. Next, ये customized printing already मैंने इसका एग्जांपल दे दिया. Next, ये छोटे छोटे चीजें तो कश्मीर में लगा के तो बिजनेस को इंटीग्रेट कर, ये सब काम हमें एक्सपोर्ट वो एपिडा की वेबसाइट पे है. आपका ये एक एग्जांपल दिया. ये मैंने ये क्या है ये बताइए. नालंदपुर वेस्ट बंगाल से कौन है, बिहार से कौन है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट वेस्ट. नालंदपुर इज द गुड़ मेड फ्रॉम डेड palm tree. Basically, it is the alcoholic beverage if it is not being processed. Highly fermented products are process it, value it, make a packaging. याद है पैकेजिंग डिजाइन आर्ट्स क्यों बोलते हैं, बताओ. विद द वेग आइडिया, आपको तो लगता है कॉस्मेटिक पैकेजिंग है, हमारा एक ट्यूब है, पूरा ट्यूब. शुरू में तो हमारी टीम को ऐसे ही लगा, लेकिन वी वर्क टुगेदर, वी गॉट इट एंड इंडिया इज एक्सपोर्टिंग 50 lakhs tubes per year. Shelf life has enhanced performance. सिंपल नहीं है वो, इसके स्ट्रक्चर को हम डिजाइन कर लेता. That we got a patent, full patent. And ये पीछे जाओ, ये क्या है मार्केट में है. We have done for honey, for travel industry. ये हमने लॉकडाउन में ये डिजाइन किया है. 6 ऑप्शन ऑर्गेनिक हनी ये डिजाइन किया. ये क्या है बोलो, बैम्बू पैकेजिंग है. ये एक साड़ी है जो असम का है, इसके लिए पैकेजिंग डिजाइन हमने. We got a patent design for this. So these are the work, some of the work we want to highlight, from packing of food item to non-food item. Next, ये मैं कह रहा हूँ गुरुजी, यूटिलाइज करो बैम्बू को, इनोवेटिव डिजाइन करो,
हम हेल्प करेंगे, हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं सेकेंडरी पैकेजिंग एंड टर्शियरी पैकेजिंग एंड सो रिस्पेक्टिव। नेक्स्ट, फाइनली क्या देना चाहते हो मेरे कॉस्ट ने एक्सपेंस किया, मेरा टाइम यहाँ लगा, आई एम रिपोर्टिंग 2 hours, ऑलमोस्ट more than 1 hour I'm talking. क्या फायदा आपका? The outcome is that integrate packaging and logistic part with the food hub. The recommendation from my side. Integrate packaging and logistic, harmonization of logistic packaging accordance with the requirement of a preferred background. Alright, ये आपको काम आएगा, आपको अपनी इंडस्ट्री फोरम में बात करना है। Then establishment of primary processing and packaging center, ये मेरे जो मेरा विजन है करने पे मुझे काम करना है अदर स्टेट के साथ। At farm level supported for the program of ministry of service, जो भी है मैं अलग अलग फोरम पे अपने कॉन्सेप्ट पेश करता हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच। किसी को कुछ पूछना बताइए, मैंने कुछ स्केच करा and something which is बताइए सर। मेरा नंबर वेबसाइट पे है। Now I have shifted to Delhi. Now I am Delhi, staying in Delhi. Heading Delhi. It is more convenient to you whenever you require. You can call me, you can drop a mail, you can come and spend, you can come and stay with me and stuff. Integrated. That I am giving you food.
Thank you, sir. It was a very interesting lecture. Now I humbly call upon Dr. Abida Javeen ma'am to present a memento to Dr. Tanveer Alam, sir.
You raised, we are working on it, like converting the biomass for replacing styrofoam. We are already working at different with the mushroom institute, director of mushroom institute.
Has come to me for evaluation. That material has come to me a few days back to me. Let's teach. So that has come to me, and already, one of my, I'm a member, board member for MSc for this is what this product है ना?
Yeah.
है ना? दूसरा स्टूडेंट आया, उसको मैंने वही थर्मोकॉल को कैसे चेंज करना है, उसका एक प्लान लिख के